right, welcome back to Top 5 Vinyl, where we show love to vinyl owners. Today I'm here with Big Boo. How's it going, Boo?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Not too bad. Thank you for being a part of this with me. Before
Cool.
we get started, I want everybody to like the channel, subscribe, tell your friends, all that cool YouTube stuff you guys got to do. And also, you can look for Big Boo and her music. She has a new track out for real. It's out right now. Where can the people find you, Big Boo? Are you on Instagram or anywhere else?
I'm everywhere, man. I'm Big Boo from Brooklyn, but we're worldwide. I'm on Instagram under Big Boo. You could also find my music up on Spotify or PSPs. And now we have an exclusive vinyl for my latest single that you can find up on my website, bigbooNYC.com.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool. With that being said, this is Top 5 Vinyl. Can you tell me, growing up, was there a record player in the house?
There was a record player at Grandma's house.
Okay.
My mom, my mom and my dad are both very hardworking people. So a lot of my childhood, I found myself spending time with my grandmother. And her main thing, she used to go, she lived in Greenpoint. So there was like an old record store over on Nassau Avenue. And she used to go get her Latin 45s. And she would come home and, I'd be there after school and she would be playing her records
Hmm.
and cup of tea. Maybe she had like her news on, and she would just be playing her records. So
Hmm.
that was like my first like real introduction into the fact that vinyl was a thing. Again, like I grew up early 2000s, so
Right.
for me, my grandmother was the one who really kept that the physicality of music in my life.
Yeah, that's cool. You were exposed to it. Okay. So like actually buying vinyl, a favorite record store or a favorite place that you would actually buy vinyl from?
You know, I'm a bit biased,
Hmm.
but I can't even say I'm biased because the collection is just way too fire, and it's got to be producer plug records. Um, Oftentimes, I find myself cataloging records for our inventory
Mm,
and going home with most of what I cataloged.
right. That's dope.
But he definitely has a great selection. Other than him, I really like to dig over at Human Head in Brooklyn. That's more local for me.
Okay.
But I'm just hanging out in the neighborhood. I love Human Head. They have such great picks over there as well.
Nice. If you had to think off the top of your head, is there a vinyl record that you don't own that you want?
I would say an OG pressing of Illmatic. I
Mm,
really want an OG pressing of Illmatic. I just came up on an OG press and it was written earlier on this week in like really great condition. So I'm
mm,
really excited about that one. I'm not sure if I can play it yet,
hmm.
but might just get a reissue and play that.
Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
Illmatic is definitely something I'm looking for. OG pressing.
Gotcha. Okay. And if you had to guess, do you remember the first vinyl record that you ever bought?
Your arms too short to box with God soundtrack.
Mm,
And just because Nas was one of my favorite artists, and he had that one, your arms too short to box with God.
hmm.
Never kill soloists, only kill swans. And it's like, you know, when I saw the album cover, it was just like it just put two and two together. Like, yo, this is my favorite artist, and this
Mm,
is what he was referencing. So that was one of the first things I picked up, and I really enjoyed the soundtrack as well.
nice. Okay. All right, cool. And I'm about to ask you, so of the five vinyl records that you're about to show,
Okay.
have you seen any of them perform live before?
Um, Kinda. I'll just say that.
Okay. When we get there, I think I know what you're talking about. When we get there, you have to tell us. Okay. So Big
Okay.
Boo, this is top five vinyl. Can you show me number five? What is the fifth album that you have in front of you right now?
Okay, the fifth album I have in front of me got this
Mm,
OG Stevie Wonder, Hotter Than July.
mm,
I love this album. I feel like this album really embodies like just my attitude. Like Stevie's whole body, this album, front to back, is just like he's talking about these subjects, but the whole aura of the album is such a positive aura. It has such great energy. But then you'll get to songs like "Did I Hear You Say You Love Me," and like the subject matter on there is like, okay, this is not really the most happiest of like lyrics, but
Yeah.
the whole vibe of the song is just so upbeat that it's just like you can't help but dance.
Right. Nice. All right, cool. So that's your number 5. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number 4.
Hey, number 4, Michael Jackson, Dangerous.
Mm.
Yeah, this album in particular just hits home to me. Just again, like the diversity of like the subject matter in the album while still being such a danceable and relatable, project. But Michael Jackson in particular just resonates with me. My parents listened to him a lot when I was growing up. And like that was one of the artists that kind of brought them together. So Michael Jackson, just in particular, kind of always had that sentimental value to me. So
Right.
number 4's got to be Michael Jackson, Dangerous.
Ha, nice.
Especially OG. Like,
Of course. Of course. All right, cool. That's your number 4. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number 3.
Right, number 3, we got
Mm.
Ye, formerly Kanye West,
Mm-hmm.
808s and Heartbreaks. Now, this album in particular, I just resonate with because I felt like it showed such a duality of like real bars and hip hop, but Ye was able to experiment so much with sound and emotion with this album. So I kind of like connected with that as an artist, especially growing up in like the early 2000s. Not just wanting to create like the boom bap sound, but keep that respect and to the bars
Mm.
and to the culture. And I feel like they did a perfect job at reinventing certain sounds while still keeping it so true to the 808s, to the boom bap, to the drums, and to the bars most importantly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that was your number 3. Let's take a look at your number 2. I know that face. Okay.
Nas,
Mm-hmm.
Illmatic. Nas Illmatic has to be my number 2. Okay, this isn't the OG. Like we mentioned earlier in the interview, I'm still looking for an OG. It's a lot of money. Got to save for her. But you got this Nas Illmatic, Large Professor. Large Professor plays such a big role in this album. And this is actually the album that helped me even know who Large Pro was and being able to deep dive and explore into his music, doing research about Nas and being introduced to Nas in that later 90s, early 2000s era. And the poetry on this album is just incredible. It wasn't just a focus on who had the hardest verse, who had the hardest lyricism. It was the metaphors and the storytelling and the visualization of, I could hear this album and I can see what Nas is trying to tell me. Like you didn't need a music video to be able to see, certain songs like Memory Lane. He's picking that whole record and you can be like, damn, like I can see everything that this kid is talking about. So number 2 has got to be my favorite rapper, Nas, Illmatic.
Nice. All right, cool. And for the grand finale, what do we have for number 1? Wait, what is this? Wait, is that you? What is this?
Oh my gosh, is that me? Number 1, we have Big Boo and Billy B. For Real, 145. It's gotta be number 1. So I dropped this record produced by my brother Producer Plug, produced by my brother Trust No One, right, featuring the one and only, the lovely Billy B. This is my first ever wax release, and this is my number 1 pick because it makes me feel like I'm really connecting back with the roots of hip hop and the roots of music in general. Music was created in the era of the physical. When we were first recording music before things were digital, that analog and everything was physical.
Right.
And this is my number 1 because I feel like this is such a testimony to what music is supposed to be. And that's just being able to sell a physical product.
Mm-hmm.
And streams are cool. We're able to reach so many people through DSPs, which is why I did link my DSP on here, because
Huh.
it's not practical to
Mm-hmm.
carry a vinyl every year with, unless you got a hamburger.
That's
or
funny.
or like a Nick Speed portable turntable, like, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
like, if it wasn't for this, we would have never even got to where we're at today if it wasn't
Right.
for this even being a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why For Real is my number one. It's not just because it's me, it's because it's special.
Right,
So,
right.
and
That's awesome.
I think it's also important for artists to follow this model. And I give a lot of genuine props to the artists, the current artists who are doing the same thing.
Mm.
Did this independently. Producer Tug came through, and I know he does works with manufacturing and distribution and things of that nature. And we just put our heads together, put our pockets together, and made this happen. So
Nice.
For Real, 45 out now. It's a pretty little pink and white, flat color.
Mm-hmm.
And again, produced by the one of the Trust No One. All right, B side got the instrumental, the A side got the bars. It's perfect to cut up with.
Mm-hmm.
And out of love for my DJs, we're doing a DJ special 2 for 30 on the Rex.
Nice.
Yeah, Real.
And I've heard it before, so I can vouch. Tough track. I like it a lot. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for your time, Big Boo. We will
Yes, sir.
talk
Thank you
soon.
for having me.
Of course.
Peace.
Have a good one.